Hi, this is Stella. Welcome to Stella's Handmade. This project is probably going to take a few videos. It's going to be quite large, and I'm using the new Stamperia Sunflower and Art paper. I've got two of the 12 by 12s. Just get this off. And one 8 by 8. Okay, as with normal for Stamperia, you have 10 double-faced sheets, and they are 12 by 12 or 30.5 centimeters square, and the gram weight is 190 GSM. Okay, let's go through it. Got lots of cut aparts here. Beautiful page. Some nice wallpaper and a field of sunflowers. Some more wallpaper and the art shop. This is sweet. More wallpaper. Is it a rose or a poppy? I think it's a rose. Brick behind the plaster, stones. Love the way they do that. And here we've got sorry about that, a little pop-up there. Okay, beautiful pastoral scene with this great old utility truck. Nice farm there. Okay, and then we've got a nice patchwork background. It's really pretty. And this can be one page or three separate items. You've got the sunflowers on the trellis, you've got the washing line, and then you've got the windows. Oops. Great for borders or a background page. Look at this. Wow, look at that. I'm going to be in a quandary when it comes to cutting that one. Okay, now this is nice. You can see the flowers through the wood there. And there's our artist. Background in a green. Oh my gosh, it doesn't look green on my screen, but it looks, well, it looks like a creamy colour, but wow, that is green. Wow. The background, and then we've got some cut aparts for journaling or to use as photo mats. Got plans for them. And then we've got some tags, more backgrounds, and then we've got some cutouts, and that's the back. Okay, so that's that. And then I've got the 8 by 8, which is basically the same. In fact, it is the same, but on a smaller scale. Okay. Okay, start with this. It's my box board, or grey board, if you want to call it that in the UK. In America, I think you call it chipboard. This is 1100 GSM, and it's 1.8 millimeters thick. Very sturdy. This is the one I normally use. We've got front and back covers, and I've cut them to 8 by 10. And the spine is 3 3/4 by 10. Okay, and my pages are double-sided in that I'll just show you my hinge. I'll show you how to do that. My pages will be going either side of this. Oops. Either side of that, and they will have a construction hinge, oops, on each side. Where are you? There you go. A construction hinge on each side. It's a bit longer than it should be. Okay, and then they can be opened, and some of them I will be adding other pages to. So, for our pages, 1 to 10, that's 8, but it means 10. The pieces are 7 5/8 by the length of 9 3/4, and you'll need 2 pieces per hinge section, so you'll need 10. And I'm using 300 GSM for my base pages, and I would probably use a pack of 20 because we're going to cut our photo mats out of this as well, and any extra pages. Some pages we may be cutting with a 200 GSM, it depends on the load bearing. Okay, and to cover the album, the front of the album, we've got we have 3 pieces of 12 by 12 176 GSM white cardstock, and we've cut these to nothing written on them. Okay, let's just tell you how. Okay, we've cut these 9 to 11. Does that look like 9? Perhaps I haven't cut them yet. Yeah, cut them at 9 by 11. That's all you need, 9 by 11. So let's go see what the 9 is like. Yep, gives you half an inch, 5/8 of an inch thereabouts to fold over, or you can use the 10 by 12. And for the spine, you'll need a piece that's about 4 3/4, give or take, by the 12. Okay, I'm also going to show you how to make good use of these beautiful papers and add lots of photo mats without hiding most of the paper. So you have to wait, you have to keep going with me. to get to that point. I've already worked out a couple of pages. So, okay, we are going to put these together, and I am using tape. I'm going to tape around the edge. I'm going to use tape and glue. And the lighter weight cardstock, probably 176 and lesser. I don't like to use too much glue or too thick because it can cause warping on a thinner paper. So just be a little bit aware of that. That a nice old burnish. And grab my pokey tool, which is bent at the end. Look at it. Bent. So we have to go at an angle here. And I don't know how to straighten it, and I can't for the life of me think how it got bent out of shape in the first place. Something I did, obviously. Probably tried to poke it where it wasn't supposed to go. Aha, I poked it through a piece of plastic. Okay, now I've got my art glitter glue, and I am just going to do a little fine bit of glue around, and let's just stick that there. I'm using the lay flat method, which I learned from where did I learn that from? Carolyn, I think. Carolyn's Creations, who learnt it from Tamra at Country Craft Creations. I'll put those links below. Let me just make a note of that in my book. Now I won't forget. Okay, folding these over, and now we are going to put some tape. I'll put some tape across here firstly. All the way around. And on the outside of the cardstock, just up to those folded lines, because we're going to be cutting away at corners. finish those sides. Okay, it's got to roll up my sleeves, get in my way. Okay, we're going to take a corner off and we're going to leave about 1/8 of an inch from that corner of that box board out so that it will be covered once we fold everything in. An 1/8 of an inch is almost the thickness of this box board. Okay. Must get this straightened. How would I get this straightened short of hammering it? Got to take all the tape off the box board. The tape backing, I should say. Okay, and then we'll start folding this over. Good burnish. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue in there, just a little smidge, so that I can tuck that. Just tuck that piece in there. Same thing over here. It wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of glue there. And look at this perfect corner. Fold that in. Okay, did I tell you this album is going to be an 8 by 10 with a good 3.5 inch, 3 3/4 inch spine. Nice big album for your treasured memories. So the front and back covers are 8 by 10. This is a tedious part. But I'm so excited about this album. I really am. And those marks are for something else. So I'm just ignoring them. I don't need them yet. You probably need a couple of rolls of tape. If you get the Express It ones that you can get from Spotlight, they are about that thick. So you probably need, you might get away with one of them, but if you're using the cheaper ones, which are only about that thick, you probably need 2, maybe 3. They're just as sticky as the Express It ones. Okay, here we are. Yep, they're just as sticky. You just don't get as much in each roll. I buy most of my papers from a shop in Tasmania. Called Bev's Cross Crafts. I'd say probably about 90% of my papers are from there. And I'll put a link because I think her prices are great and the service is just without equal. And they're so nice, absolutely nice people. And I get these tapes from them as well. I think they are $2 a roll. So I reckon if you get 5 of the $2 ones for $10, you're probably getting the same amount of tape as you would in an Express It roll. Probably for the same price. Okay, let's go across our outer edges now. Supposed to try and aim for a 45-degree angle. Well, my aim is off. I know you can get a special tool, but yeah, it really doesn't matter. I'll take all of these off on the box board first. Get a shot of them. Here, I don't know why I always start on the long side, because it makes no difference really. Let's just put that little bit of glue. Just tuck that little bit in. a lift here. It's not much, but something that is going to bother me. So I just need to get a little bit of glue in there. And then press it down again. It's better. Okay, got two of them. Now let's do the spine. Same method. Tape. Excuse me. I think I may have to order some more tape. I've only got 1, 2, 3. I'll probably need some more, especially of these cheaper ones. Excuse me. This cold weather just makes my chest a little bit wheezy. Okay, we've got a little bit of an uplift here, so I'm just going to put some glue on there. Come on. I just want a little squeeze. Thank you. And just flick that over. Pressing these edges in. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same as I did with the other covers. Okay, now I'm going to take these squares off, and I'm going to take it to there. That should be enough. I've got a little angle on this one here, and that one goes straight across. Don't need much of an angle, just a little bit. Okay, just going to use some glue here. You could use tape as well. taking this back to here, let's close up that. And you can see I didn't do enough pressing with the glue, and we've got our little stripes there. That's why you really need to, oh excuse me, you really need to burnish well. I mean, once that's covered, there'll be no problems. Okay, now we're going to really fold in these sides. You can see we've got quite a sharp fold there. Do the same with this side. And it's really important when you're putting this boxboard onto the paper that your edges are taped and all glued. It's very important for this edge. Okay, I think we're done. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to use tape as well as glue. I'm going to put tape right at the edge there. Burnish that. Remove the tape backing. Grab the glue. Now we're going to glue it not on that little cliff there, not on that. Next to it, but not on it. And we can put a bit there. Now just put a little bit of glue, it's a very fine line right on the tip, on the edge. Okay, line up the bottom, line up the top, and push this piece right into that cliff area. And then we're going to burnish that really, really well. Flip it over quickly and burnish again. Beautiful. Using this method, I'm so glad I found it. I wasn't keen to start with, but I gave it a few chances and now I really like it. So my favourite way to do an album is to use a construction tape. Because I don't like the chances that my paper, if I just fold it over all of it, that it will crack. And that's a big deal. Cracking paper, it happens. Right on the edge there, just a fine line, and that's as straight as I'm ever going to be. Whoops. Okay. Line up the bottom and the whoops and the top, and then push it right in against that cliff. Whip it over. And really good burnishing on all of it. Okay. Right. That's our base album done. Okay, now what we are going to do is we're going to cover these pieces. I think it's possible that I cut that too sharp, that one. So do you know what I'm going to do there? Mrs. Fix-It is going to fix it. I'm just going to grab another piece of the 176 grams. That's it, right on top. And it. And I don't see the need to cover this with more paper because our hinge is going to go on there, so we don't need to do that. But I just want to go to the edge of here. Go to that edge and to this edge. And the reason I'm being a little bit fussy about this is because I don't like too much bulk up this way. So if I put another sheet of paper across here, then I've got 3 layers, and then I put my hinge on and I've got a 4th layer. Too many. Too many. And that was my initial gripe about using this method. Okay, I'll just cut this in half. So if you don't want to, fussy cut like I'm doing, don't cut that so narrow. That little bit, don't cut it deep, sorry. Just a fraction so that it can fold over. If at all, you might not need to trim it. So I'm happy with that. So let's just do some gluing. I don't think I've done an album this large before. Can't remember. That just needed a bit more burnishing. Burnish these pieces really, really well. Okay, that's covering it beautifully. Perfect. good burnish. Now that's front. I'm going to make that the front. And this is the back. And do it on the front and back. And always be aware. It's heartbreaking when you realise you've got it done upside down. Trust me on that. That is not nice. This seems to be lifting and I don't know why. But it's definitely stuck. Right. Just pop our album away for a sec. Now our hinge, you need to cut, what have I done? 175 GSM. Let's see, where have I put it? Okay, you need a sheet of 176 GSM, a 12 by 12 sheet, and you need to cut it at 11 3/4 by 9 5/8. Okay, so you've got 11 3/4 and 9 5/8. Then get onto your scoring board. Now this was awkward for me because I've only got an 8-inch length board. So I scored at 1.5. Let me just take all these clips off. Don't need them now. I've saved us a bit of time by doing some of these first up. So, okay, our first score is at 7.5, and then all subsequent scores are at 5/8 increments. So from 1.5, which way did I start? 1.5. Then 2 1/8, and 2 3/4. So just keep going along in those 5/8 increments until you've got 1.5 or thereabouts left. 1.5 left. Okay. So once you've done that, turn them over, and I'm just going to use, tape or glue. Let's use glue. Glue dries, tape doesn't. So we've taped underneath that mountain. You've got a mountain there. Then you've got a valley, and then you've got another mountain. So that's how we're going to fold them up. And our next mountain, fold that over. And then we've got a valley, and we'll do the next mountain. And the next one. And we've got one more mountain to go. So we've got 5. Whoa. Sometimes it's really quite difficult to get this straight. Okay, good burnish. I'll just put my glue away because we're going to use tape for the moment. We are going to tape all of this. Now especially put tape on the joins. Put tape right through the middle of those joins. The gaps can be filled with narrower tape or glue. A gap there. See what I'm going to do. I've got a 1/2 inch gap there and it narrows down to there, so I'm just going to take this off, backing off that one, and then put another one down. Yep, in that gap. Okay, turn it round and keep laying this tape down. Little narrow gap there, we can use glue on that. Okay, really good burnish. Get that right stuck into, I'll use this one. Stuck into those gaps. Really good burnish. Okay, I've just got a little bit of overhang there. I don't seem to have any, oh yeah, there's a little bit there. Okay, let's open all these up. Oh, I thought I'd missed one. We've got 5. basis. Okay, now when putting them onto here, because we are going to have, well, I'm going to put a box on this side, we need that little extra room. So I've made a mark on my hinge here of 1/2 inch from here, and that is where this fold is going to go into there, and that gives me a 1/4 inch on this side, which is fine. That's fine because this page is not bulky. Oh, maybe I've got a bit more. Let's take it away from that. I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make it another 1/8 inch bigger. And make sure we've got about the same distance top and bottom. Okay, I'm just going to put one side down. That's the piece I took off already. Handy. So then let's pull it gently and take off another couple of pieces. I like to do it in sections and not all at once. So let's just go with 3 pieces. And then just gently pull on this side. Make sure you are still that same distance from the top and the bottom. Fold it over again gently. If you find you are straight, then you can pull them all off. Gently pull it. And then we'll take the last 3 off. If I can't straighten this pokey tool, I'll have to buy another one. Okay, pull it right across. And let's get those pages burnished. Okay, grab the tool and just go down that fold gently. Okay, that's the only angle you need to fold it at. It doesn't need to go flat. As long as it goes flat there and it's over just a little bit, that's all you need. Turn it round and go for the second one. That's all you need. Great. Now okay, now we're going to cover it again with the 176 GSM. So I usually buy that in packs of 25 from Spotlight. Okay, so we are going to, let me just check my notes. I'm pretty much sure I know what I'm going to do. Or maybe not. Oh, inside cover. Okay, I want my mat to go and your choices here. You can just cover this spot here, this spot, which is going to say bulk on here, because this will all be covered with pretty paper. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut it to my pencil. 6 3/16. 6 3/16 by 8 3/16. Now this one will probably be different. Oops. You see all these layers? I really don't like that. Don't like that at all. But that's the nature of the beast. What is that? 6 1/4. Six and 5/16. 6 and 5/16. 16 by 8 and 3/16. Okay, put this aside. Now, where's my paper? Okay. Shame we need to cut two. Okay, we'll go 8 and 3/16. It's just 1, 2, 3. By 6 and 3/16. 6 and 1, 2, 3. Yep, pretty good. 5/16, 2, 4, 5. Pretty good. I'm going to use a combination of tape and glue. Just go around with the border of tape. And I'm just going to put 2 in the center. Okay, I've put these pieces down with tape and glue. No, babe. And I think we'll stop here. So my next video, I'm going to put pretty paper on this section, and I'm going to show you what the front is going to look like. Okay, hope you enjoyed it so far, and you'll come back and see what I'm going to do with these pages. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, please click like, and maybe comment. That'd be awesome. Cheers, bye.